Hello, my Aries loves. This video is for the Aries sun and rising ascendant signs. I'm gonna first do a tropical astrological prediction for you guys based on what house this full moon in Scorpio is occurring in for you, and then do an intuitive tarot card pull. The tarot card spread that I have created is just an adapted Celtic cross spread, and I've linked it in the bio below if you'd like to work with it on your own. So let's get into it. This full moon in Scorpio is occurring in your 8th house, which coincidentally is also ruled by Scorpio. The house that is the house that the full moon is occurring in is everyday areas of life. This is where the energy is going to be taking place for you in particular. And so the 8th house, ruled by Scorpio, is about shared finances, merging, other people's money, inheritances, and taxes. And a tarot correspondent to Scorpio is Major Arcana card number 13, and that is death. And this energy is all about transformation. I know death seems very intense, but that is the transformative quality that makes change and creates space for new growth. And the 8th house is also sex, intimacy, and secrecy. And you have strong feelings about money and intimacy, especially during this time of the full moon in Scorpio. So a financial project may have just come to fruition, such as maybe doing your taxes, or you maybe have just finished repaying a loan or borrowing money from someone or loaning somebody money out, something to do with community, other people's money and finances. Maybe you've been reassessing how secure you feel financially, and especially because the full moon and the full moon in Scorpio is such a great time for self-reflection and examination. This is a really fortuitous time for you to maybe do some deep diving into creating a budget for yourself, or reassessing your finances, or using this time period as one where you can reflect on your money spending habits and then make adjustments according with your longer term goals for yourself. And a deep transformation is now on the cards. And that is because Scorpio is about transformation. This is in the 8th house. So something may be transforming with how you do your finances and how you lend and receive money from others. And this full moon is all about give and take. What makes you feel comfortable and secure needs to be balanced with where you are putting risk. So if this was going to be a gamble, I would say try to find a balance before you put all of your cards or all of your chips into one area. And the way that we can relate the Aries horoscope with the Scorpio full moon is by looking at the elements that they represent. So Aries is a cardinal fire sign and Scorpio is a fixed water sign. So we'll be seeing a balance between the initiating, passionate, creative energy that is Aries with a more certain, emotional, reflective energy of Scorpio. And the sign in which the moon is located determines how the energy is manifesting itself. So everything that is hidden that usually is brought to the surface under a Scorpio moon Aries. And we can see as a theme for this time period is that your passion and that your drive is turned up a notch, and you might be uncovering secrets, or secrets of your own might be expressed without your consent or found out by other people in your life. And don't be surprised if your interest is caught up in something potentially morbid or occult, because this is the energy of Scorpio. Death, transformation, living in that sort of liminal space of the Samhain wheel of the year, you know, the ancestors and the descendants and you know, what is happening in that sort of veil space in between. And so a question that you could ask yourself is, there's a challenge taking care of your finances and those of your loved ones without turning them into an issue of power and control. Because we do see with Scorpio that power and control are always present. And a lesson can be learned is about transformation and about letting go. So identifying where it's important for you to hold on to power, and what you can control, and then where do you need to tap out and let go of control. And also, what are you ready to release here so that you can move on and grow into your best self? And a good antidote that you can think of during this time is being able to, if you do a self-examination or assessment of your finances or anything to do with money, then you might want to settle some of your debts. You may want to pay up to some people. You may want to make sure that other people who owe you things are getting back to you. And you may be in a position where you are forced to make a challenging decision having to do with a financial settlement or a large outlay of cash. And there could be some sort of revelation in how that money is going to be coming to you. So lots of financial things. Another thing too is not being afraid of the sort of occult energy that is associated with this, and to embrace it and let it heal you. And one resource that I thought about for this would be You Need a Budget. YNAB has phenomenal resources that you can use to learn how to put together a budget for yourself. But also there are different resources depending on if you're part of an academic institution or if you work in certain careers that you may be able to qualify for free financial coaching or financial help. So using this time period to take advantage of the resources that can help you figure out how to spend your money and to put it together well, this time period is good for doing that kind of thing. Also, doing rituals around your monthly budget might be helpful so that you can weave your intentions into the actual steps that you take to take care of your money. Lots of money, Aries. There you go. So yes, that is the full moon in Scorpio energy and how it's going to present in your life for the next week. But let's get into a tarot spread for the full moon in Scorpio. As I said before, this is a tarot spread that's an adapted Celtic cross tarot spread. And if you want to do this on your own, you can check it in the bio below. But it looks like a scorpion for transformation, because we love transformation. Okay, so to begin is the current situation. Current situation for you, Aries. It's death. It's death. So I will be a little bit more serious here. I'm laughing because death is the card that is associated with the 8th house, with Scorpio, and this energy, less about death in really meaning death. And I really do not want to predict any sort of real dying happening. But what I can say is that this energy is actually really great for rebirth and renewal. This time period for you is going to be letting go of past things that do not serve you anymore and making choices about fully letting it go so that you can make room for something new. But you're in the middle of it. You're in the middle of the transformation. Ow. You're in the middle of the transformation right now. So what is your current challenge? For you, Aries, the current challenge or help, it's a help or a hindrance, is the King of Pentacles. Kings and court cards can represent people in your life or energies that are within you. And especially a king energy, this is sort of a divine masculine energy, initiating, bringing things into the world and also transforming things. And Pentacles is an earth sign. And so the King of Pentacles is in charge. King of Pentacles is like your financial advisor. This is your banker or the person who owns many businesses, the top of the food chain when it comes to the bureaucracy or of a system. And so this may be something for you in that you are working towards transforming maybe potentially old negative habits when it comes to money right now into learning how to become the king of your castle, as they say. Or you may be inspired by somebody who is in this position or challenged by somebody who is in this position. Keep all of those in mind. Now, your subconscious or your unconscious motives are the 9 of Pentacles. We're in a lot of earth energy here. The 9 of Pentacles, 9 relates to the hermit. So this is more of a solitary quest, a search for truth. But in the 9 of Pentacles, this really is an energy of you've made a fortune for yourself and you've created structure and a really great home for yourself. Some of the ill aspects include indulgence, having too much and hoarding it. Or in some situations, it can be addiction, or it can be obsessions with having material items. So bring those up from the subconscious and look at them with clarity. Do creature comforts and addictions not satisfy you in the way they used to? Is there a way that you could bring them into your conscious mind so that you can help heal where they're coming from? The recent past. This is in the last few weeks, and these are events and situations and ideas that you have had in the recent past. The Queen of Swords, another court card energy. So Queen energy could also be somebody in your life or a part of you as well. And the Queen of Swords, Queen of Swords is intense. She is both the person that you may completely love or the person that you intensely hate. And so Queen is a receptive energy. Queen is a internal power. Sits on an the Queen of Swords sits on a throne of her own her own power, her own structure. She is in an internal place. Something like that. And also it kind of has to do more with the home life, your inner moods and emotions and your inner world. But with the Queen of Swords, she speaks truth and sometimes she speaks lies. She's a very good communicator and she has really brilliant ideas, and she can use these ideas to manipulate other people, or she can use them to speak truth and cut through falsehoods. So this in your recent past is now influencing you where you currently are. And we see that consciously on your mind is the Strength card. A lot of big names here. A lot of voices coming through like, come on. Lots of stuff happening. Strength card is Major Arcana card 8 and 8. And the Strength is a Leo energy. So this is creative and playful, but also strength. This is like the Lady of the Beasts. So divine feminine, a receptive energy, but a strong one. This can be connected to one of the four virtues, I think, in Christianity. This is fortitude. This is resilience. This is taking the transformative energy of the Magician in card 1 and then bringing that even deeper part of the solar plexus. This is really an initiation and like a willpower. And what I always like to think that's cool about the Strength card is that the Strength card is able to open the mouth of the beast without forcing it. This is from a loving, caring, compassionate place. So you may be during this time trying to be compassionate with yourself as you grow and as you evolve, but then also you're dedicated and committed to things in your life, whether it be your romantic relationships, or what I'm really seeing a lot here is transforming your estate or your finances. It's very connected to the prediction for by astrology as well. So your conscious mind is looking to gain fortitude and strength. And then in the near future for you, Aries, is the Four of Swords. So in the Four of Swords, this is suggesting that you need to take a rest or a respite or a relaxation, because all of the work that you've been putting in, especially in the recent past, has been bringing in new ideas, communicating, using this time to reach out to other people and to collaborate on new thoughts or ideas. But this might get to a place where you start to feel too much anxiety, or there may be too many ideas coming in, and you need to then go back to the drawing board, or at least even just reflect on the work that you've done. And so it suggests that upcoming reflection on your work is going to be important, and also taking a break from the battles that are happening externally. So the next four, 1, 2, 3, 4, the next 4 cards that we have are going to be your approach to things, your environment, and then your subconscious, or not subconscious, but your something that you're not conscious of that has been influencing you, that's external, and then also your distant future. So to begin, your approach to things. The Queen of Chalices, which is akin to the like Queen of Cups in most decks. This is pretty phenomenal. Okay, so Queen of Cups, you have a couple of different court cards in here. And the Queen of Cups is very intuitive, emotional, reflective. This may be you going in and doing a financial update, or you balancing your checkbooks, or you reviewing and journaling on specific occurrences that have happened in the past. But this, in an ill-aspected manner, could also connect to overindulging. The Queen of Cups has a tendency to be ill aspected when she is only looking into the cups and isn't looking at anything else. When you're deep in reflection and you lose sight of what's happening in the conscious world around you. And this could be, because this is in the position of the approach to your approach to life, I would say this is an aspect of you that needs tending to, because this energy is one of emotions, intuition, of feelings, of moods. So it may be a really good time for you to connect to what you're feeling and to identify and understand and heal parts of yourself that have been buried deeper in the psyche. Or to bring to the surface things that are, in a different metaphor, deep underneath the sea, that have been in the mud, stuff that has been deep in the psyche that you need to take out and let heal and bring to the light a little bit. And then next card is your environment. Wow. Okay, Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. We've got a queen and an ace. So your environment is supportive of you taking time to emotionally connect with yourself. Ace of Cups is the seed, the root, the genesis of love. Ace of Cups is love. And so your environment, meaning your friends, your family, people in your life, or situations or events in your life, are in alignment with your current approach. Saying, remember that gift, that emotional gift that you were given back in the ace, that is still with you. Even though you may feel clouded or there might be a lot going on internally with you, you are still being divinely guided by this loving, emotional, fulfilling energy. I love that for you, Aries. Okay, and tears from my eyes to water the cups. Then the card of your, something that has been unconsciously influencing you that is external is, because we play with two decks, we get the possibility to have the same cards over again, and you got the death card. So there is something having to do with death here that we are not aware of and that you are not aware of. And so there is another aspect to the transformation that needs to be done before you can be reborn, or so that before things can change. So this may mean that yes, you are currently in the stasis of transformation, of letting go, but you may need to commit and stay there for a little while longer. And an example of this is you've been considering leaving a job, you're starting to put in the work to leave the job, and then you decide, okay, I'm gonna leave it, and then you think it might be simple from there, but you might need to be in that waiting period a little bit longer. Or if it could be in a relationship, you might be putting out trying to realign on your values, but then realizing it's time to let something go and you really need to let it go. So what I'm getting with this is that there is a double letting go energy that comes from having the two deaths. And I'll review it as we look at it again. But something that has been influencing you that you're not yet aware of is that you are changing internally, and then maybe also your environment is changing too. And then card of the distant future for you, Aries, is the Magician. So this Magician is you in the future, bringing all of your resources and all of the different elements together in your own will, in your own vision of what you want to see. So you're using the tools at your disposal to create the world that you want to be in. And this could be in a project that you are working on. This could be in your family. I think what this is saying is if it's in a romantic relationship with someone, then you're going to be using the techniques and the tools and the strategies that you've been learning to communicate openly and honestly with somebody in this relationship. And this is showing that in the future, you're going to become a master at that, or you're going to be able to show other people how to do the same thing. And this Magician card, in line with your current hopes, ideals, and conscious mind strength, say that the mental fortitude that you have been gaining is going to pay off in a lot of different ways. Pay off in you understanding, identifying your own needs in relationships or in work environments, and then bringing them into fruition. So just a couple of things from here. Cool stuff happening with your recent past and your recent future, connecting with the swords, and you learning that from communicating from an honest place and from transforming things from a innovative place, that you're going to maybe need to take a break and take care of yourself. But then also the two deaths showing that you're really in a process of transformation right now and letting go of old conditioning and patterns that don't serve you anymore. And the King of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles shows that you need to have a structure, a support system that's going to help fuel you to make these changes in your life. And you're doing it from a place of love, of deeply understanding yourself and healing yourself. So yes, well, that was your reading, Aries. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please go and look at the other videos for your rising or for your sun. I am just so glad that you came, and I hope you like this reading, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.